Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the manufacture of original and fake cosmetic products, especially compact and eyeshadow powders. It is common to fall into the trap of makeup since there are many brands and types. Some people usually choose makeup for its appearance, brand, or price, but we should be aware about what we are putting on our faces. That's why we want to talk about its composing and see the difference between original makeup and fake makeup. Let's start with original makeup and its manufacture. Original products are made in professional labs. The chemical cosmetic industry is responsible for its manufacturing. Currently, some ingredients that are used in makeup are sulfates, bromine, and petroleum. Generally, a good cosmetic product has more than 30 ingredients. Before the formation of a cosmetic product, there is a deep investigation which carries out testing with these new products. Then, they are testing to see their response on the skin. This testing is made with volunteers, and like this, the formula is adapted. In this way, it is warranted the quality of the product before ending up with the final customer. As a rule, an original makeup has a quality control and it must accomplish with different requirements, like a pertinent packing, accurate storage. This means necessary conditions for its conservation as temperature to keep them away from moisture, composing, and preseating at the moment of its elaboration. Let me give you an example of how an original compact powder and eyeshadow are elaborated. Previous to the creation of a compact powder or eyeshadow product, a pilot test is carried out to verify if the product is acceptable and to achieve the silky finish that is appreciated for mattifying and unifying the complexion. Some ingredients in these powders are mica. Mica is a transparent mineral that is extracted from the earth and is used in both compact powders and eyeshadows. This mineral is often treated with iron oxides to produce shining color effects in the case of eyeshadows. In addition, this mineral is responsible for giving products an opalescent, shining, or matte effect. Another ingredient is compact powder and eyeshadow is talc, which is added to make it easier to apply and blend the product. Talc also provides gliding properties, adhesion, and softness to the face. However, the moisture absorption power of talc is low, so it is combined with powders such as kaolin and zinc oxide. Magnesium stearate is also found in the manufacture of powders, as it acts as an anti-caking agent, emulsifier, release agent, thickener, and lubricant. Its main function is to speed up the production process by preventing the other ingredients from sticking to the mechanical equipment. In some compact powders, titanium dioxide is also found, which is one of the most used and important ingredients in cosmetics. Its importance is due to the fact that it has a high refractive index, which means that it is able to protect the skin from ultraviolet light. But not only that makes this ingredient so amazing. It also allows cosmetic manufacturers to create a wide variety of tones. It helps with luminosity by absorbing oil from the skin. In its non-pigmentary formula, it helps to create smoother and more translucent formulas. And lastly, it delivers a long-lasting effect and it's waterproof. All these ingredients pass through industrial machines, the first of which is a vertical shaft mixer. In this mixer, a homogeneous mixture of all these ingredients is achieved, which will be later micronized by a hammer mill to obtain a particle size smaller than the initial one. The mixture is then passed to a semi-automatic compactor. Here the objective is to unify the product. This equipment gives the product resistance to possible faults. But this is not the final step. Before the product is packaged and put on sale, there are a series of quality control tests such as color, smell, and texture control. Subsequently, the product goes through a wear test. In this test, the product is worn to verify if it remains smooth and soft to the touch. In the case that the product has lumps, it is because it has too much fat, or if the product has too much dust, it is because the level of fat is low. In this case, the whole product is defective and will be remade. However, if the product passed the first test, it goes on the drop test. In this test, the product is dropped from a height of 40 cm about 3 times. Here the compact is checked for breaks, cracks, or openings. Once the product has passed this quality control, it is ready to be manufactured for sale. As you can see, an original compact or eye powder product goes through quite a few tests and ingredient selections before it is considered for sale.
Good morning, dear public. Now you will hear the worst part of this talk. You will be really impressed. I'll show you the dark side of makeup. Have you ever been tempted to buy low-cost beauty products? I know many of you have seen millions of eyeshadow palettes on the flea market, selling for almost $5, which is too cheap and obviously dubious, as no good quality product costs less than about $15. Well, let me tell you that if you have bought a product at that insurance price, it is false, and if you continue to use it, it will be harmful to your skin. And as they say out there, cheap is expensive. Lately, makeup has been a trend, an indispensable product for several people, since social networks have influenced its consumption. There are several brands that launch new products and many of their followers want to acquire them quickly. But many times they can't, due to the high demand that brands have. That is why some people go to buy makeup on websites, where these products end up being false. But it should be noted that many times people buy these products knowing that they are false, since they want the same product but at an affordable price. But have you ever wondered what these products contain? What ingredients does a fake eyeshadow palette contain? Well, I'll start by explaining where these imitations come from. Mostly, they come from China. This country is the largest exporter of fake makeup, and this business has an income of $461 billion a year. A lot of money, right? It's because these people market in an immense way the desire of some to obtain an extremely expensive product, but they fall into the temptation of buying much cheaper products through websites such as Ali, eBay, Amazon, Wish, etc. In short, they want to acquire beauty at a low cost. I think you must have seen a laboratory either on TV or on the internet. But have you ever thought about clandestine laboratories? Makeup counterfeiters don't work in laboratories with adequate sanitation measures. They don't work with suitable equipment. A professional laboratory is almost like a surgery room, but a clandestine is not like that. They work in unsanitary conditions in dirty basements, and they even create mixtures in unwashed pots. Well, now I will tell you what I mentioned at the beginning. What does a fake eyeshadow palette contain? Studies have been done in laboratories where they indicate that these products contain rat excrement, staphylococcus, which is in a fecal matter, horse urine, glue, Heavy metals such as lead and mercury, arsenic, beryllium, and some carcinogens. Are you still thinking of continuing to buy makeup of dubious origin? If your answer is still yes, I invite you to listen the consequences that these products bring. Dr. Whitney Bowie, a Los Angeles-based dermatologist, claims that continuing to wear fake makeup has disastrous consequences, such as skin problems, rashes, contact dermatitis, bacterial infections, and worst of all, poisoning. Due to its high lead content in many fake eyeshadow palettes, which contain 19 times more lead than what is allowed, it can cause us poisoning. Our brain is sensitive to this metal, and it brings us memory problems, headaches, muscle and joint pain, fertility problems, among others. But why do they do this? Counterfeiters want to get money quickly, and that is why they replace some expensive ingredients with many cheaper ones, which are the ones that affect our skin. For example, they replace a solvent called isododecane, which is used in professional laboratories, with paraffin. It is supposed to have the same effect. Isododecane cost about $1.20, and paraffin cost 30 cents. Knowing this, I guess you no longer want to buy fake things, right? We know that the imitation market is quite worrying. We were finally able to find out about the process of original and fake makeup, focusing on eyeshadows and powders. Now, it is your decision to know which one to choose. It is much better to invest in something a little more expensive and that we know is not harmful to our health.